Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Game Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the Monday painting video. Now, what is the Monday painting video? What's it all about? The Monday painting video is essentially a painting video, but a model or models in question are voted on by you guys, my viewers, from last week's Weekly Wednesday, which is a weekly Q&A. In that video, I show you a host of models and you guys vote on what you want me to paint for the upcoming Monday's painting video. So for all my regulars here, guys, I would love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a second. Right, so the Space Marine Captain with the Storm Shield won the vote. Now you can get this model now from GW, but this model was initially from the Indominus box. This 9th edition for everyone that's new, which is an absolutely fantastic sculpt. So much detail on it. This is one of those models where, for me, I'll look at it, go, yes, fantastic sculpt, I can see detail, looks lovely. But as soon as I start applying colours to it, it's just going to explode at the scene and just look absolutely fantastic. So let me run you through my wet palette, because there's a lot of colours here. And bear with me if I can't remember all of them. We've got Red Street Armour, we've got Lead Belcher, Screaming Skull, Corn Red, basic colours. We've got a little bit of polished blue, because there's a Necron on the base. We've got White Scars. We've got, okay, one of them's, right, let's go through the ones I know, sorry. Rhine Oxide, Rune Lod Brass, Lothern Blue, Calador Sky, Berserker Red. One of these is, let's have a look, Administration Mechanicus Standard Grey. It's one of those ones, I can't remember which one it is. The other grey is Administratum Grey. And the last one, I think, is Dawnstone Grey, I think. No, Eshin Grey, sorry. Eshin Grey is one of them as well. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to apply my Space Marine colours. So I'm going to start with the Corn Red. I'm going to just come in and pick out all of the red that's on here. Now don't worry, you're not going to see me do the whole thing. I'm just going to do a little bit on camera and come back and show you where we're at. So I'm going to have a camera now and do the rest. Straight away, you can see how that's popped. So one colour. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the first layer of the Screaming Skull, which is the other side of my Space Marine chapter. I say the first layer because the Screaming Skull goes on so bright but dulls itself down, and this is a very annoying colour to get right. So it does take a few coats. But I said the other side of the arm is going to be that. First coat is going to be a very thin coat. I'm just going to give you a quick idea of what I'm doing. I'm going to come through and get like the bits of cloth hanging off of him, his purity seals, the ropes on the back of him, the skeleton on his shield. Yes, there's a few little bits there that I'm going to just cloth things that I'm going to do. I believe that's all of it. Yeah, so I'm going to come through and do that, and I'm going to come back to you when I've done it. So there we are, after one and a bit thin coats. Doesn't look great at the moment, but when it dries and you start adding more, it will spring up nicely. Now I'm going to come in with the darkest of the greys, which I think is Mechanicus Standard. No, it's not that one. Is it? It's not Eshin Grey. That's the one. That's the one I'm coming in next. The darkest of the greys. I'm going to come in and get all of this stone on the base. Okay. Because he doesn't have any gravel on his base, he just has a stone bit that he stands on. So I'm going to come in and get all of that Don't need to see me do the whole lot, just do a little bit. So next I'm going to come in with the polished blue, but knocking the camera, sorry guys. And I'm going to pick out these shoulder blades. Anyone that's seen my Necron painting videos, you know that my Necron guys have these lovely metallic blue shoulder, they're not pauldrons, but that type of thing. I'll pick that out. This blue as well. This is really going to contrast the rest of the Space Marine. Yeah, it's going to really stand out even more. The next colour I'm going to come in for is the Runod Brass. Don't think I even said I had that on there. I do, sorry. If I didn't say that, I should have. And I'm going to paint the rest of the Necron. Right, so now I'm going to come in with some Calidor Blue, Calidor Sky, and I'm going to pick out the shield, the inside of the shield, all the way around. I'm also going to pick out the outside of the shield, but just avoid all of the bits. Just basically give it around like that. Okay. So now I'm going to come in with some Rhinoxide. I keep forgetting I have a painting handle. I'm going to paint the leather on his gun pouch. He also has the straps around his wrist here. Which I'm going to get. As I say, there's a little strap along here. So I'm going to get those sorted out. So now I'm going to come in with some lead belcher. And I'm going to get all the bits like in there. Hit the blade of his weapon. What else am I going to do? Those little bit in there by the leg as well. So it's little mesh bits in here. Right, so now I'm going to come with some Retribute armor, and there's a lot to do here. Just give you a general outline. This is going to be done. Got a couple of relics floating on his front there. It's going to be done. All of this gold trim here is going to be done around the shield. The shoulder pad, some detail on that. The backpack, the halo, this little bit here, it's going to just be done to sort of make it really stand out. So let's go around and locate all these pieces and just apply the Retribute armor. Right, so I got some Vulcan green. Chuck some Vulcan green on these, just a bit wet. There's a little one underneath there, and there's one on the other side. So just chuck a bit of Vulcan green on those. Now I'm going to come in with the other grey, which I think is the Mechanicus grey, is it? Yes, Mechanicus standard grey on the wet palette. I'm going to take a bit off on my brush, take a bit on a bit of tissue. I'm sort of dry brushing. I'm going to come in and just, some people say, oh, but you do this afterwards when it's beyond battle ready. No, I do, but there's so much to do, and this is one simple step for me to do here. So I'm going to do it. So there's just that little step on that. Right, so for all intensive purposes, except for the purity seals, this guy is battle ready. So what I'm going to do now, if I open this new, I take it beyond battle ready standard. That's what I was just talking about when I was applying the dry brush to that. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some of the white scars and come in and start layering up the helmet, because I want him to have a white helmet. And white scars is a layer paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. It's not a big issue if I don't get it all in one go. I'm also going to then put some on the skull here. Again, this bad boy will go on bright and dull down, so it gives us access for more additional highlights on the bonework. Oh, one thing I want to show you actually that I did. There's two little things. When I did the shield and I did that gold trim, the gold bits coming out, I also just dotted it in between, because there's like a little small circular indentation on the shield, so I circled it to make it in between to make it look like it was glowing. The same with the halo on top. I just stippled it on the top of the backpack to make it look like it's glowing away. I think it looks pretty cool. Some will agree, some won't. Right, the next thing we're going to do is, now the helmet's not finished, it's going to have a couple of bits of white onto it. I'm going to come in with some, I'm going to have a think about what I'm doing next actually. I'm actually going to come in with some Polar Glacier contrast paint. And this is going to be for the sword. I did this on the other Space Marine Captain not so long ago and it looks absolutely fantastic. So one of those weird colours that doesn't, when you apply it, doesn't look that sharp on the model. I think it's meant to be for like ghost effect and spiritual effect and stuff like that. But what I'm going to do now is, while that's still wet, I'm going to come in with a little bit of watered down Lothern blue. Then I'm going to wet blend it. So hopefully as it dries, it'll give me a nice and that's just an experiment. So I don't know if it's going to work or not. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to put the lid on this paint before I knock it over. I'm going to come in with some Lothern blue actually again, but not watered down as much this time. Pick out the purity seals. He's got a lot of them. What I'm going to do now Right, so you're going to go back to that Loft Home Blue that's really watered down. I'm going to come along, just run it along the edge here. The reason why is there's a thin little trim along the shield, so if I put the Loft Home Blue along that, it should just really give me a nice sort of edge highlight without having to really do an edge highlight. If that makes any sense to anyone? It makes sense in my head anyway. I'm going to leave this dry for a few minutes, and with the sword I'm going to make sure it doesn't pull down to the bottom, because I can already see it's starting to pull the bottom there, especially on that side. Look at that. So I'm going to sort that out and keep pulling it up until it starts to set. Right, so here we are. Once I focus in, so what I've done is I've got a little bit of white scars on the brush, mixed it with the watered down Loft Home Blue. I'm going to come in, just try and add a little bit more to this sword. I think that looks quite tasty. I've given the head another once over with white scars again. It's looking quite bright, I think. And I gave the skeleton a quick once over with white scars, but only the raised areas like the face, the knuckles, you know, just the proper raised areas, and on the cloth hanging off of him, the pubic seals, I'll give it a little touch of white scars. So now I'm going to go in with some of my favourite contrast colour, Eldari Emerald. I'm going to do the robes on the back of him. So what that's going to do is really break up the rest of this model now. A little bit of robes at the front. I think that's really tasty. Right, so now I've got some moot green on the wet palette. I'm going to take some white scars and I'm going to mix the two together. More it down a little bit. I'm going to bring it in Just flap it in here. A bit too much. That's a bit too much. I think that's a bit too much. I put on. Damn it. So now what I'm going to do is get some white scars. I'm going to come in and just tap it along the edge of his leather gun holster. Just to break it up, make it look like worn leather, so it's not just a flat colour. And take a little bit more of that moot green. I'm going to come in for the eyes now. This is where it goes drastically wrong. Yeah, not really. But it's not the end of the world, because I can always add some more white scars to it afterwards. I'm not happy with this. That's a bit better. You're going to have to be careful because the contrast paint is trying to run to the lowest point. Let's keep it simple. Let's take that up a little bit. Now I'm going to come in with the lightest of those greys. Is this administration grey? I think it is. Grab a bit of tissue. Take some of my brush it off until I wet my tissue. I'm going to come along and I'm going to just dry brush these stones now. I'm going to come in with some Wazdaka red, and I'm going to start layering up these sections of the red, of the corn red armour. Just start layering them up. Now Wazdaka red is a low pace, so it will go on bright, but it will dull itself down. And I'm going to have Cameron do the rest. Right, now I'm coming with some Reichland Flesh Shade. And I'm going to drop a little bit on all of the parchment. All the purity seals, all the parchment that's hanging off of him. Now, if you want to try a freehand there, you're more than welcome. I, unfortunately, am no good at freehand. I tried to do it on the big old gas and I sort of messed it up straight away, and I was like, no, leave that. So this guy is now done. Just put him down. I'll bring you down and show you some pictures in a second, guys. So if you're new to the channel, guys, you've enjoyed this video, found anything interesting, anything has helped you in your painting journey, please subscribe to the channel because it costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything, because like I said, we don't just do painting videos here. I do weekly Wednesday Let's builds, which are very helpful for everyone, terrain builds, battle reports, every so often there's other little videos that pop up as well. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube to share this video with more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. Thank you to everyone that voted. Even if you voted saying it didn't win this time, don't panic because everything has to be painted. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Take it easy. I'm going to bring you down and show you some quick pictures now.